What's good? Lego Man 7777 doing the final review for the summer 2015 line. And that's a partial true sentence and then partially not true. And I'll talk about that at the end if you stick around for that. But we have the last set in the line, and it is the biggest one. The Imperial Assault Carrier. Ages 9 to 14, 75,106, Imperial Assault Carrier, 1,216 pieces, and is $129.99. So we can obviously see little TIE fighters on the box. You can see our Rebels logo up here. We know what that looks like. This set is obviously from Star Wars Rebels, and it comes with 6 minifigures, only one of which is brand new. So, if we look at the back, see all kinds of stuff, features and more features and more features, all that lovey-dovey stuff, that shows stuff. And then we have this little scene. The cruiser sends out the TIE fighters, finds Sabine, attacks her, yada yada yada. And at the top we have all of our people in a little picture. So this is, like I said, the biggest set in the wave. It also, supports the biggest box. But the box itself isn't actually too large. It's much smaller than previous $120, $130 sets. This is about I don't know. This is like an old $80 set box. So it comes with one instruction booklet, with the brand new bindings that make it a lot stronger, and this is a really thick booklet. If we look right here, on this page we are putting on one of the wings, and then obviously the next page we'll be starting to build the other wings. But that is nowhere near the end of the book. And the final page, it even shows me all the final page of the booklet is right here. So here's our final digital model. And this is 170 pages long. So it is a very long build. Plan, accordingly for time. But here is all the other sets, which have all been reviewed at this point. So, there's all that. And our minifigure gallery, which we've already seen all of these minifigures, except for the ones in this set, which I'm going to show you right now. So, let's actually get into our people that come with the set. That is not even focused. Alright, whatever. Alright, so our first minifigure is Agent Callus. So I say his name right? Yeah, Callus. Sorry, I'm not really good with these Rebel guys because I have yet to see the Rebel show at all. I think I've seen like one episode. Anyway, he is not new. He's the same as he is in the ATDP, I think is the other set he comes in, as far as I know. Still has his weird little gun lightsaber sword thing, which I know is not actually what it looks like at all. But he still comes with that. He just has Imperial markings on his body and all that fun stuff. But he does have a double-sided head, and there's his evil laughing face. I like his sideburns. But I prefer the more kind of thinking-looking face for him. Our next minifigure is a standard Imperial officer. He's exactly what he is. He's just an Imperial officer, just not in gray uniform. He's in the tan uniform. But you can see there's some printing on his hat, basic Imperial stuff. I just wanted to point out that you can see he has red under his eyes. I just thought that was weird. That they'd put that much detail into just a minor character like him. But obviously he's a stressed out guy. So, our next minifigure is the TIE Fighter pilot, which is the new kind with the outlined, you can see the white outlined on his helmet. But otherwise, he's not a new minifigure. Same printing and everything. Same angry clone face. All of that. And you get 2 of them in the set, even though they can't actually pilot any of the TIE Fighters. Our 5th minifigure is Sabine. Does it actually give her last name? Yeah, Sabine Wren. She is not new. She's the same as she was in Ezra's speeder bike, except for the fact that, well, hang on. First off, here's her second face. Except for the fact that they actually give her Mandalorian helmet, which I think was a nice touch. So there's her helmet on. Otherwise, it's nothing real special. It's just a normal Mandalorian helmet, but red instead of the blue. So there's that, and they also give her hair. So if you don't want to wear the helmet, you can wear her blue and orange hair. And last is the only new minifigure in the set, and actually probably the best one in the set, just because he's so cool, is the Imperial astromech droid. And if you look closely enough, it's hard to tell on the box or on like any pictures or anything, but his head is actually clear. You can see through his head. I just think it's really cool how they did that. But you can actually still see all the details on his head, and then he's just got a standard astromech droid body. I just think it's cool that he has a clear head. Like, I honestly didn't know that until I built him. And you get your nice and fancy brick separator that you get in all sets over $50. So, focus back in. Now we can get on to the features of the set itself. Now, if you're wondering, if you don't actually know what this is, you can Google it for a little more. Don't Google Imperial salt carrier, because you're not gonna get much other than pictures of this set itself. It's called a Gozanti cruiser. You can call it a freighter if you want, but it's a Gozanti class freighter. And even though it says it's strictly from the Rebels TV show, you can actually see one of these with red markings in Episode 1. And in Mos Espa, when Qui-Gon and Anakin are... No, I don't think it's Anakin yet. When they're walking in Mos Espa for the first time, there's one in the background. But anyway, let's get this started off real quick. First off, I want to say that there's a handle, so you can pick it up. I just want to get that out of the way, because I'm going to be using it quite often. It's a very sturdy handle, just like all of the large cruisers have, and it fits right back down. As you saw, it slides up and down. And it has this little radar dish. I mean, it doesn't do much, but it is a little radar dish. So what do we have? I guess we can show, here's a front view of it. You can see the TIE Fighters in the bottom, and we'll get to those in a little bit. Show those off. Here's the engines, what they look like. I think it's kind of a cool looking engine system. And you can see your missiles off on the wings, and we'll get to shooting them later. But all right, so obviously, if we start on the front, you can open it up, and you can put a driver on the inside of the ship. There isn't much. It's just you can see it's just a little red antenna, and there's one of those normal printed computer pieces. So I'm going to put the officer, because I feel like it, I'm going to put the officer as the pilot. And that's about it for that. So he doesn't really fit nicely, but I think that's because of his gun. think if he didn't have his gun, he'd fit a lot nicer. Just like I thought. That was his gun. So, now he's in there. And you can't actually see him. But if I open this up, then we can actually see it. So he does fit. So you can fit one pilot in there. And I hit the box. Alright, so next feature is this little side panel. And you can open that up just like that. Simple enough. And you can see there's green in there. And you can pull out this little platform. And if we zoom in on this little platform, we can see that it just holds 2 missiles. I don't know, I couldn't speak. And I guess we can show that it's just a little hollow area. You can open the other side just the same, and you can see through, and it just sits right on in there, just like this. And you close it up. But here we can see some of the detail. There's a sticker right there on the top, this little gray thing. There's stickers right here, just showing some of the detailing on the side. While I have it zoomed in, you can see some of the wing detailing. Then we can go and we can look at some of the engine detailing. This is a fun set to build, actually, in all honesty. So now we can zoom back in. So now we're looking at the back of the ship, and this kind of goes with another feature, but I'm going to show this one off now. If you rotate these little guns right here, you can see that the engine spins as well, and there's a top and bottom set of guns, and they do shoot. They are the blasters that they give in the battle packs, and they do shoot, but I am not going to shoot them because I always lose one of them, and I'm not going to lose any this time. But there's that, yeah. So you spin this, and it spins the engine. If you spin it the other way, the engine spins the other way, and yada, yada, yada. That's a nifty little feature, don't you think? And while we're talking about missiles, might as well point out that there's one spring-loaded shooter on each wing, and you just push it down, and it shoots, and you get green missiles, and all yada yada yada. And they give you more. It seems to be their trend with this wave, is find a way to make a platform to give you more than the number of missiles in case you lose them. So maybe they got complaints that people were losing their missiles, and if you're missing one, then it kind of looks dumb. But there's all of that. What else do we have? If we grab right here, we can take this whole panel off. This is actually how this panel is built. It's just resting on there, and it is just little hinge pieces. It's not connected, like I said, to anything. And if we just take that off and put that back here, you can see that you can see nothing. Actually, you can just honestly see nothing. But if we tilt it like this, you can see that there is an inside, and there's not much of an inside, but there's enough inside that you can do stuff. So what they intend you to do, I believe, is you are supposed to put the TIE fighter pilots, I believe, that's what they showed on the box. You can do whoever you want, really. But we're going to see if this actually works. We're going to see if we can actually get all the people in there. I'll put all the people in a little bit. I'm going to put Agent Callus. Agent Callus, we got a gun down. Callus, you're killing me. I'm taking your weapon away. Oh, I just threw that R2. But anyway, there's enough room that you can fit all the people in if you try hard enough, and I might do that in the end. There is a sticker that we're not going to focus in on. So okay, there's computer paneling, and there's it's a different sticker on the other side. But there's all the people. Oh, I lied. There's also a printed piece right here for the guns, so people can see things, or maybe not for the guns. I don't know. You tell me. It doesn't matter. You can say it's whatever you want it to be. So let me just see with these people if it still closes. No. Callus is too tall, and I knocked over a pilot. Let's see if I can do it with just the pilots. Yes. So that closes. So Callus will have to take a seat or something. We'll figure that out in a minute. So if you take out the pilots, this is another little feature that I don't know if people really knew about. You can open up this flap, and there's a little yellow thing, and inside this little compartment is a little crate with a Imperial logo on it, and inside is 5 green studs. And the same on the other side, there's another crate, and it holds 4 green studs, I believe. Just because I put one of the extra studs in there. So you can see those both open, and you close that, and you close that, and then all your people can fit. Now let's see if I can actually get all the people to fit. Might have to sit some of these guys down that wouldn't normally be sitting, but you know how it goes. And you're trying to save room. So we'll put Callus in there, and let's see if I can get the random astromech droid in there. He's in there now. Does it shut? Look at that, it does. So you can fit all the Imperial people inside of the ship at the same time. And for the time being, I'm going to put Callus's weapon inside there. I don't care about Sabine. She's irrelevant at the moment. So the last main feature is, of course, the TIE fighters. And you can see they're sturdy, and they don't fall off, and they can actually hold the weight of the cruiser, which was a big deal, actually. But, see, there's little Technic pieces right here, and if you push them, if you push one or the other one, you can release the TIE fighters. Now, so that is all of the TIE fighters. I've released them all. We'll get a good look at the little TIE fighters real quick. There's nothing too special about them. They're just little baby TIE fighters. But they are kind of cool and nifty. And that's about it to them. Obviously can't fit anyone in them at all. Oops, sorry, bumped the camera too hard. But yeah, you get 4 of those. And how it works is this is how the bottom of the cruiser looks. And you can see the little Technic pegs. And that hole right there is where it goes. So you slide it in. Oh, you can't see anything. And there's a rubber piece. You still can't see anything. There's a rubber piece that pushes back to allow the TIE fighter to go into place. And then you... Can we even see what I'm doing? Not really. And then... Okay, so this is how we're going to have to do this. Push, can't really see it, but you push that on. You heard the small, light little click, maybe. But I know you can't see any of that. But it's just really hard to show that. But basically, that Technic peg holds the TIE fighter, and the little rubber piece pushes back, and then snaps back after the TIE fighter goes up, and it holds it into place. It was really cool. It's like a cool design, the way they did that, and it's pretty fun to build the inside of the cruiser based, you know, around that. That's the main function of the set, so they based the whole thing around that. So that's nifty. Now I do want to compare it to another freighter, I guess you could say, a decent, you know, it's of similar size and price, and it's also a frigate, I suppose you could say. But it is the Republic frigate from a couple years back. And, well... Alright, there we go. And, well, looking at it, the Republic frigate is actually bigger in all dimensions except for height compared to the Imperial assault carrier, but it has less pieces. So, I don't know. Just a quick little comparison to look at similar sized and priced sets. It's still up to you whether you get it or not, and they've never made a Gozanti class cruiser before ever, so it's kind of interesting to have one. And I personally think it's a decent ship. Could have, maybe if there was a little color, it'd be more interesting looking, but it's a pretty nice ship itself. It has a decently high price tag, but whatever. I mean, it does have 1,200 pieces, and that, I guess, can justify $130. So, whatever. What else? Yeah, like I said, it's a decent ship and all that. But this is the last set for the summer line, if you don't include the brand new Sith Infiltrator, which is set to be released in August. We don't really know too much about that yet, and we'll post more details when I get some. And they've also revealed the names of all the sets for Episode 7 and their prices, and it's going to be quite expensive, so throwing that out there. You'll be waiting for that. There's all kinds of iconic sets, I suppose, from Episode 7, and I've have a video of one of them that happens to be Kylo Ren's command shuttle. So there's all that. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you could leave a like, comment, and subscribe, I really appreciate all that stuff. And if you leave a comment, I will respond if it warrants a response. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. And if I don't see you till the Sith Infiltrator comes out, then, well, there's that. But that'll come out eventually, and I will review it when it comes out. See you guys later.